Hey, this is Greg with MaxBlaster Ozone, and in this video I'm going to answer the top 10 questions that people ask me about our ozone machines. Those questions are, do they work? Are they safe? Are they easy to use? How do I use them? What odors do they work for? Which MaxBlaster should I buy? What's the difference between MaxBlasters and other ozone machines? What are the negatives to ozone machines? What is our guarantee? And finally, what's the deal with our trade-in program? Get answers to these questions and more, just follow along. Okay, first question, do MaxBlasters really work? Well, the answer to your question is I wouldn't be crazy enough to stand here and make a video about it if they really didn't. I've been doing this for the last 10 years. This company started in my father's basement with a crazy concept of changing the ozone industry with a high output ozone machine that contained zero Chinese features, gimmicky parts, or unnecessary timers, built-in lights, flashing dials, and all that such. Instead, MaxBlasters produce a high amount of ozone quickly, and they kill odors, they stop mold in an endless number of applications. We've sold over 16,000 of our MaxBlasters since 2008. We work at about a 99% success rate. The quick answer to the question is yes, undoubtedly MaxBlaster ozone generators work. Question number 2, are MaxBlaster ozone generators safe? Over the last 10 years, I've sold over 16,000 of these machines, and I've had literally 0 instances of major damage, of any personal injury, of any disaster situations, and we'd like to keep it that way. All you have to do is follow the instructions that come with the machine, and you're 1,000% guaranteed to use these things in a safe manner. Now, there have been a couple of close calls. What you don't want to do is you don't want to turn a couple of our machines on and stay in the room watching TV while they're running, or you don't want to take multiple machines, turn them on, and let them run non-stop for a week. In those cases where there's almost a purposeful misuse of the machines, there is a slight amount of risk, so you do have to follow the instructions. But overall, in the last 10 years, our machines have proven extremely safe and effective to use. Next question, are MaxBlasters easy to use? Well, the answer to that question is easier to show you than it is to answer. We plug the machine in. This is basically as simple as it is, okay? You plug the machine in, you turn it on, you get out of the house. The goal is to fill up the treatment area with a high amount of ozone. You're simply turning the machine on, letting it do its thing while you're not in the room being present. Now there are a couple of tips, and I'll show you those in subsequent videos on how to maximize the performance, but overall you have to understand the machine is lightweight, it's transportable, it's sturdy. You're basically setting it up in the house, plugging it in, turning it on, letting it do its thing. Next question, how do I use them? Well, I basically covered that in the last part of the video. Again, you're basically going to turn the machine on, you're going to set it up appropriately in the house. I recommend feeding it a clean oxygen source to breathe or placing it up higher in the room. Really simple stuff. Follow the instructions, follow my advice, you'll get great results too. Next question, what odors do they work for? Well, there's about a dozen common odors that we know for sure these things work for. Pet odors, smoke odors, musty basements, crawl spaces, kitchen areas, cooking odors. If you go through my website, you're going to find the most common odors that we remove with these machines. Those ones are pretty much guaranteed to work. Now, we also get into some trial-based or test-based odors that, frankly, I'm not always 100% sure it's going to work or not, but I do give my customers the freedom to try out our machines, see if it works. I'd say on some of our lesser-known applications, chemical odors, unique business, commercial applications, there's still overwhelmingly about 75 to 80% success rate. But again, you'll find more information about the most common odors if you look through our website. Again, smoke odors, pet odors, your common home odors, tenant odors, real estate odors. Really easy to solve permanently with our MaxBlaster ozone generators. Okay, next question, which MaxBlaster should I buy? Well, as you can see from the video here, all 3 of our machines, we have a residential edition, we have a Pro edition, we have a Pro G edition. Basically, these machines are all the same size. We're gonna just call this one strong, stronger, and strongest, okay? The more ozone that you have, the faster you're able to fill up a space, also the larger of an area that you can treat. I even recommend in some instances using multiple machines. Certainly if you're a business and you're charging people money to go into their house and charge them to do an ozone treatment, you want to be able to provide something for them that they couldn't easily do for themselves. So you want to go in there with 3, 4, 5 machines, set them all up throughout the house, get the job done much faster, and actually give them something that's worth paying for. But if you're doing it for yourself, okay, you're doing your own car, you're doing your own house, one of our machines is 99 out of 100 times good enough. You can take that machine, move it around a little bit. And again, we're going to go with the residential being our strong blaster, our Pro Edition being stronger, okay, and last but not least our Pro G, which is our strongest machine. Okay, next question. What's the difference between our MaxBlasters and some of these cheap machines that they're selling on Amazon nowadays? Good question, okay? I'll try to summarize this as quick as possible. We build American high output, I like to refer to them as drag strip race cars, okay? All the value of our machines is on the inside of the machine. We use an industrial grade ozone specific transformer, and we build our own plate structure. We call it a generator pack. So literally, by hand, myself and my team build these machines in Cleveland, Ohio. We've been doing it for, like I said, 10 years, and we ship them directly to the customer with the value, what you're really paying for, all the good stuff, being on the inside, okay? Now these cheap machines, you can buy one of these guys on Amazon for about $100 nowadays. It's kind of crazy. This machine does have value. It makes a light amount of ozone that can maybe cover up some light odors in a bedroom or a single room or something like that. But inside this machine, there's going to be a very weak transformer and one ozone plate. You can buy the components for this machine directly from Alibaba in China for about $12 to $18 right now, okay? Frankly, in my opinion, the value of this machine is on the outside. It's got a nice looking shell, it's got a nice little handle, you can remove the cord out of here. It's got a little dial on here that you can turn the ozone up and down and set the timer and so forth. Those are all kind of immaterial. If you really know what you're doing with ozone, those features really don't mean anything. What really matters is the ozone coming out of it and the components inside the machine. I'm not going to go into too much more detail other than that, but I will remind you again, these are handmade American machines. These things are, for the lack of a better word, cheap. Okay, next question. What are the negatives to ozone machines? This is a good one. This is my favorite question to answer. This is the stuff that most other sellers are not going to tell you up front, but here's really what you need to know. Ozone generators work, okay? They're easy to use. They're safe to use. There's, like I said, about a dozen common odors that these things are just known to kill odors for, and it's really simple to do. What most companies don't tell you is these machines can be a pain in the ass. If you don't know what you're doing, if you misuse them, if you mishandle them, they have very sensitive components on the inside. The plate structure to an ozone generator is a very unique thing. You want to keep it clean, you want to use the machine properly, and you definitely want to be dealing with a company who knows how to service their own machines, okay? The cheap ozone machine from Amazon that I just showed you has a warranty of about 60 days, okay? That should give you an indication of how long they expect it to last before it starts having problems. Our machines have a 5-year warranty, 1-year unlimited replacement warranty, but beyond that, we really pride ourselves in helping our customers keep their machines running for as long as they own them. That can be a 10-year period. Some of the customers I sold to 8 years ago are still using our machines and referring their friends to us. But again, the one negative to ozone machines is they can be somewhat fragile. Okay, they can break down if you don't store them properly and use them the right way, and then you got to deal with the service end of it. I don't want to service your machine any more than you want to service it, so I go to great lengths to tell you how to use it, also to build a very quality machine to begin with. We package it properly. But again, what you need to know is when you're buying an ozone machine, it's not always about the initial price, okay? If you're more concerned about the long-term value, that's really where you're going to see a difference with our machines. Okay, next question is, what is our guarantee? This is another one of my favorites, okay? So there's all these new companies selling ozone machines online nowadays, and I see all these crazy warranties and promises. When a lot of these companies sell the machines, they've been around for 6 months or 8 months. How are they going to sit there and promise you this thing's got a 5 or 6 year warranty on it when they've only been selling them for the last less than a year? Okay, so I could sit here and on my website I could very easily put on here a 15-year warranty, lifetime warranty, and then in all the fine print I could like weed it out and make it so that it's to our advantage. Here's really what our guarantee is, okay? We build the machines by hand. We take a lot of pride in it. We don't sell 1,000 of these things a month. We sell maybe 100 in a month, and our goal is to have 100 happy customers, okay? When you buy from us, you're buying directly from myself and my partner Bob, okay? And if you have anything wrong with the machine, any service issues, any complaints, any praises, any compliments, hey, send those to us as well. But when you're buying from us, you're dealing directly with me, okay? I go to great lengths to help you get good results with the machines and also to get your total value out of the machine over the long term. So my promise and our guarantee and our warranty, truly, it's a 1-year unlimited replacement, it's a 5-year limited warranty, but above and beyond that, I guarantee you and I promise you exceptional service. We answer our phone call on the first ring. If you email me, I'm gonna email you back the same day, and we're gonna take care of you over the lifetime of the machine. Okay, last question. What is the deal with our trade-in program? This is something that we've come up with over the years, almost out of demand from our customers rather than some invention that I came up with. The trade-in program works like this, okay? As I mentioned before, most of the value of our machine is on the inside of the machine. The external of our machine, this is really, the white thing you see here is really a vinyl fence post, okay? Cheap end pieces, relatively cheap handle, one switch on here. These things have all proven to be very effective for us. We've had no issues with them over the last 10 years. They're simple. Most importantly, they're cheap, okay? Whereas other Ozone machines like to build you a fancy case on the outside, and then when the machine goes bad on the inside, you have nothing of value, okay? Anyways, I'll get to the point. We offer a trade-in program for as long as you own the machine, no matter what condition it's in, whether you drop it, whether you use it in a really harsh environment and the thing gets all corroded and grimy on the inside. At any point over the ownership of this machine, you can send it back to us. We will literally build you a brand new machine, okay? You can trade your old one in. We pull it apart, we salvage it. We use those parts to build rental units that we send out to our Ohio customers, also for personal use machines. But the bottom line is, I want you to have a nice, strong, working machine for as long as you have it. So over the entire life of your machine, you can send it in. You get about a 50% trade-in credit towards the purchase of a new machine, which works great for businesses who abuse the machines, who use them in harsh conditions. It really provides you a way of having new, always functioning machinery that's working at 100% for as long as you own the machine. Okay, so those are the top 10 questions that people ask me. I know that I kind of scan through those really fast. If you want more information, more details on each and every one of those questions, I'm going to put a link in the description area of this video where you can check out a webpage that's going to answer all those same questions in much more detail. Again, my name is Greg with MaxBlaster Ozone. Thanks for the chance to earn your business. Have a great day.